got some great news for you Gundam fans, especially you Iron-Blooded Orphan fans that are thinking like, I'm really bummed out that's going to be ending like in about March time. It's only going to be 25 episodes. Well, I'm very happy to announce that it's actually only been listed as the first season. I'm going to be reading off the actual article itself and then talking a little bit more about it in my own personal opinion. Amazon Japan's product description for a TV anime known as Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans original soundtrack album is listing that the October to 2015 to March 2016 airing of the anime is anime listed first season. Some writers has not officially announced that the TV anime series would have a second season beyond the 2 cores. If people don't know what cores mean, that's pretty much like 2 quarters of the year. So like when people think of like, oh, the first core of the season, that's like the first 13 episodes or something like that. Or like, you know, how some anime will have 13 episodes, take a season break, and then come back for a second core. Like that's the second part of the year. The album will ship on March 23rd and will feature the anime's background music, which that's a kind of interesting thing because like the TV anime series was like that debuted in October, I believe, like very early October, and it was actually listed for 25 episodes. Now this is very common in a lot of the anime series, like, especially with the Gundam series, because if people don't know, with a Gundam series, apart from the few exceptions, like I think like the Build Fighters is the only real exception if you're not counting Build Fighters and Build Fighters Trials that own 2 different entities. Every single Gundam series that isn't like OVAs, like Thunderbolt, or like OVAs or movies or anything like that, normally have about 50 episodes to them. They normally, like, you've seen that with like Gundam 00, you've seen that with like even Seed had about that much episodes. I had like, you know, 100, like the original Gundam, Zeta, G Gundam, like all of them are pretty much had around about 50 episodes. Even like one of the last Gundams they really did that wasn't like Gunpla or anything like that. One of the longer animes they did, Age, even had this situation like happen to, where it's about like 50 episodes. And it's not surprising that, you know, they want to take over the seasonal break. Maybe they've got some other contracts that they want to work on, some other animes, because Sunrise is pretty busy, like studio as it is, and maybe they might want to work on some other works in the meantime. And it actually makes a lot of sense because I've actually been watching and been catching up back to Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. I'm like an episode behind. I'm on episode 14. And I've got to say, I was going to be very shocked if it was going to be ending after like a couple more episodes because like I think then the pacing was very short up. And that's one of the best things about like Iron-Blooded Orphans pacing is that it's very methodical at like best. It's like, I mean, we started off from skirmishes, now we're into space battles, and like even that's like not completely big compared to like what other Gundam series have done with full out blown out wars from the right start. And I feel like if it went out to where it's seemingly going from what it's been hinting at the openings and from like what characters have been saying, that we're going to have a giant massive war by the end thing with the Tekketsu. And I think we would need another season to clean that up. And honestly, I've been looking forward to it like for a long while to see like what the finale of the first season is, what's going to be happening. Definitely some big stuff's going to be happening, and I'm really looking forward to it because honestly, I wouldn't mind another 25 episodes from what I've seen so far of this series. I've been really doing it. As long as it doesn't shit its best, which honestly, from what it's been doing so far, it's really good, and I'm getting a lot more invested into it. It's not the deepest Gundam of all time and all that, but it's been a definitely enjoyable ride, and it's definitely something that people should be checking out if they're newer Gundam fans. And from what it's probably going to be, because since the first season listed as 25 episodes, it will probably be the same for the second half as well. So I imagine like what's probably going to happen, we're going to have like a 3-month break, and then we're going to come back, and then the series is going to be done by around about like maybe late 2017 or something like that, or mid 2017, knowing by what they're probably going to be doing. But I only have to wait and see, but it's kind of interesting to see that they're going to be doing this with this season of Gundam as well. I'm personally looking forward to once that ends, we're going to add some newer stuff. Like I've really been enjoying Gundam Thunderbolt. If anyone's seen the first episode of that, that is fantastic, and I'd highly recommend it. Very short anime, like I think it's only going to have like 4 like OVAs to it as well, so really check that stuff out, and especially as well, check out some Gundam like Iron-Blooded Orphans, you might like it as well. Let me know what you guys think about this news. Are you kind of a little bit upset about this news? Like they're going to be doing another 25 episodes? Do you not care for like Iron-Blooded Orphans that much? Do you want them just to move on to the next one? Or are you big Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphan fans and then you're really excited to run another 25 episodes and you really want to see what's going to happen with the Tekketsu? Honestly, I'm looking forward to more of that and with the Gundam Barbados, so I'm really excited to go into this. So that's all for me. So thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.